Hi, friends. I'm Dave Barklow, pastor at Fort Walton Beach First United Methodist Church. Welcome to the Pastor's Study, our daily devotional that helps us focus our mind on the things of God. We're going to continue in the second chapter of Mark, these controversy stories where Jesus is coming into conflict with the religious leaders of his day. We're going to begin in verse 23, reading through verse 28 of the second chapter of Mark. One Sabbath, he was going through grain fields, and as they made their way, his disciples began to pluck heads of grain. The Pharisees said to him, "Look, why are they doing what is not lawful on the Sabbath?" And he said to them, "Have you never read what David did when he and his companions were hungry and in need of food? He entered the house of God, when Abiathar was high priest, and ate the bread of presence, which is not lawful for any but the priest to eat. And he gave some to his companions. Then he said to them, the Sabbath was made for humankind, and not humankind for the Sabbath. So the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath." Here, the religious leaders had set up lots of rules around the Sabbath. Now, there are already rules about the Sabbath in the Old Testament. There's very strict observance, things that are set out. But what the religious leaders did, is they put up a gate around those rules. So the idea was, we're going to stay so far away from the rules of the Old Testament by creating new rules. And we're going to put up a fence around it so we never get close to touching those rules. And the rules actually became more important than what the rules were supposed to signify. The Sabbath was meant to give dignity to people. It was meant to provide rest for people. It was meant to show that God's in control and not us. Not some kind of spiritual test to see who can be more righteous. And that's what the Pharisees had really turned it into. And so here Jesus is saying, no, you don't understand. The Sabbath was created for humankind. And the Sabbath was made because humans need to rest. Because humans need to know they're not in control. They need to stop once a week and remember that God is the one in control. They need some space for rest and creativity and worship. And that's why the Sabbath was created, not as some spiritual IQ test. I have to admit, though, sometimes I think we fall in the same traps. We create rules and we follow the rules because we need to show how spiritual we are or how righteous we are, and so that we can look down our nose at other people instead of realize that we follow these rules, we follow these laws, we follow these commands because they're good for us, because we need them, because they keep us safe and healthy and whole and in good relationship with God and with others. Those disciples picking that grain, they weren't hurting anyone. They weren't breaking any laws. They were just grabbing a snack, and that's okay. So Jesus says that he is the Lord of the Sabbath. Let's look to him to help us know when we need to rest and when we need to work. Remember, friends, I love you. Take care of yourselves and shine the light of Christ.